This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, hi all. Very good morning and good evening. Thanks for joining this Azure SQL DBA demo, along with for PowerShell scripting and performance tuning. So, yeah, before discussing what is the cloud and all, so may we know, team, like why people are moving to the cloud? Any reason? Hmm. Nowadays, okay, all projects are moving to the cloud. Their application and their databases, okay, keeping into the cloud instead of on-premise. What is the reason? Why suddenly? Cost. Okay. The first reason why people are moving to the cloud is they can save a lot of money. Okay. Not 10, 20, 10%, 20, 30%. No. It's more than even up to 80% you can save the money. Hmm? So why cost is less? Huh? Comparatively on-premise, Azure is very cheaper. I mean, uh, because let me tell you, see, especially for small-scale companies, it's not maintain their own data centers. Data centers, how it looks like, see, huh? So cables connected, 24 by 7 AC supply, 24 by 7 power supply, you know. So even 1 minute also down, power goes down. So you can't imagine. Okay. So business required power, right? I mean, application need to be run 24 by 7. Huh? So that's why team to allocate all these things. Okay. It required money. Huh? So for small scale companies and all, it's very, uh, for 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 maintaining their own data center, it's not it's very it's very tough for them to, okay, see team, even the data center should be far away from the houses, you should not keep between the houses and all, right? Suppose if any fire accident and all, it will attack to your data center also, like, so these many things people need to provide to the data center and all, especially for infrastructure. So that's why in on-premise, lot of costing. Okay. So how in Azure it saves your money? Like, so team in cloud, on behalf of you, they will take care team everything. Like the data center, your infrastructure and all taken care by third party. Third party means Microsoft, Amazon. Okay, these guys, cloud cloud providers. Huh? So that way they can save we can save a lot of money. Huh? So bulkily, they can monitor it. So that's why cost. See, even if you buy some product to nearby house, or if you go to like far away, like supermarket and all, obviously price difference, right? Huh? Because they sell bulkly. Okay. So here also the same way we are getting them. Even cloud also. Hmm? Even cloud also, if you see the Azure, uh, in Azure related to databases, we have three models. So if you go to from on-premise to Azure SQL DB, you can save a lot of money. On-premise to managed instance, you can also save money, not that much of Azure SQL DB model. Like that, we have different models are there. Okay, three models are there. And depend on what you like, depend on your application, what it supports. That and all, you can go and you can save the money. Huh? So that and all we will discuss today. Huh? So the first reason why people are moving to the cloud team, to save the cost. How you are saving the money? Because it's not easy to maintain the data center. Okay. So on behalf of us, they will, okay, they will monitor, they will take care, and we will take care our own business. Our business, we will take care the infrastructure side. Amazon or Microsoft, they will take care. Huh? Yeah. Next, only the cost. Any other reason? Yes, 100% you are saving the money, no doubt at all. What else? What motivates them to move to the cloud? to go to the
Sir,
cloud.
excuse me, sir.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Less administration efforts.
Less administration efforts means easy maintenance, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
less administration effort means easy maintenance. Yes. See, team. Uh, see, security also correct. So that trend all come under little maintenance also. Yeah. So team, suppose if you have a own house, a rental house. Suppose the difference I am telling you. Own house and rental house. Even recently also I moved to my own house team. So I think we can stay happily in rental house team. Okay, because in one house na, so something not working. Okay, we will like we will call to the people, they will come, we have to stay here, you know. So very like risky things team. So if you are in one house, huh? So people think people stay in happy one houses, but not team really. Okay, in rental house something is not working, you can call to who? Owner. Okay. So house owner you can call. Anything not working, you can call to house owner. He will take care. Okay, everything. And we will take care whatever like our businesses and all remaining things they will take care. So like that we have, right. But here team, if you are maintaining your own house or if you are maintaining your own data center, what is the problem to maintaining own data center? Again, the same problems. Suppose if you are maintaining the OS, you have to do the patches, huh? Patches and all we have to do. Okay, so disk spaces. If you are maintaining OS, antivirus software updates. See, lot of things people need to take care. If you go to the cloud team, you don't need to take care. Huh? So especially in these three models, I told you, right? Past model we call it as these two models. So here you don't need to do the patches. You don't need to install the SQL Server. Huh? See, team, in real time, suppose a question I'm asking you, your manager asks you, a project needs a SQL Server. Your manager asks you, hey Raj, can you build the SQL Server? To build a SQL Server in real time, so how many days you guys will take? Hmm? So suppose we want a brand new SQL server. So how many days people will take to make it ready? Minimum 2 weeks people will take it. Why 2 weeks? What all they are doing in 2 weeks? Yes, obviously it will take them 2 weeks. Why? Because they have to buy the Windows license. They have to buy the CPU, memory, IO, disks. Huh? Once getting all Windows team, they will install the Windows network team, they will set up the network, and remaining other softwares are maybe required, right? Like antivirus softwares and all. They have to install. They have to install some drivers also. Once it is done, they will give to the SQL server, SQL DBA team. SQL DBA team, they will check it. If everything is working fine, then they will proceed to install. If something is not as you expected, again you will give it to the Windows. Hey man, this is not, we need something like this, but you set it up like this, do it again. They will install again the Windows. See, this many problems are there. Even SQL Server side also we have to install. While installing, if any files are missing, something corrupted, okay, again we have to rebuild the entire server. See, oh my God, many issues. Where? In on-premise. That's why minimum people will take 2 weeks. Okay, these 2 weeks, work not yet done, server not yet ready, but still company has to pay the money to the Windows team, network team, DBA team. See how money is wasting in on-premise. Huh? See, the same, instead of on-premise, if you are in Azure, how much time it will take to make it SQL Server ready? Just 5 minutes take. Less than 5 minutes even. Okay, see, if you want to SQL Server, within 5 minutes it's ready. You can use it. If you don't want it, deleted the server. They don't charge us. In on-premise, it's not like that. Once you take the Windows license, you cannot sell it back. That's the problem. Huh? And the hardware day by day becoming old. See, there are many problems in on-premise team. That's why even the product price is also very high because of on-premise cost. Okay, that's why team people are moving to the cloud. Simple answer why people are moving to the cloud is to save the cost and we have easy maintenance in cloud. Okay, so if you how you look into this is okay. So cloud means a rental house thing, simple. Huh? So on-premise is own house. If you don't like, if you like, if you don't like, you need to stay in own house. Okay, but rental house it's not like that. If you don't like, you can leave it, you can vacate it. You don't need to pay. You can move it to some other, something like that. So that's, huh? Yeah. Any questions, Steve, till now?
Hi, Raz. This is Bipin speaking. Do you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Raz. This just want some need to ask some question. So, is this a basic Azure database creation and SQL Server creation in Azure, or is you are focusing towards the automation and then what you said that give me a second. Performance
Yeah,
tuning through PowerShell script, right? So how you implement this PowerShell script via inside the SQL Server or in the Azure SQL Server you built up in the cloud,
I
or
will cover.
you PowerShell
I will
for
cover. I will
automation?
cover all. I will. We are in just starting, so yeah. For that, you have to wait. So for answer to that question, you have to wait, sir. We just started. What is cloud and all? People also don't know what is cloud. Okay.
Okay.
So how we implement? How we implement in Azure SQL DB, like automation, like for rebuilding, reorganize, update statistics. How we perform in Azure SQL DB? That is the question, right? So if it is on-premise, yes, we have a SQL agent, we can create a job and we can run it. But in Azure SQL DB, we don't have SQL agents. So that's why he's asking a question. Yes,
No,
without
actually
SQL agent,
in Azure we do have a SQL managed instance too. It's similar to SQL Server as well as you
no,
use
no,
in on-premise,
yeah,
right? But I'm talking
yeah,
about a SQL Server, general SQL Server we create in Azure. How you
yeah.
integrate with this one?
Yeah. I will come to that. So, team managed instance, we have SQL agent, so we can easily create the jobs and all. Azure SQL DB, we don't have SQL agent. We have alternatives, thing, like using PowerShell, using runbooks. huh? So we call it as automation account. Through automation account, you can fulfill. Through Elastic Jobs, you can fulfill. Through Windows Scheduler, you can fulfill. Many alternatives are there. Huh? So we don't need to worry, no SQL agent. We don't need to worry, no Windows. We don't need to worry. Why you need Windows for running your application? For running application, you don't need Windows at all. Okay. So you don't need to have access to the Windows also. Okay. So that and all I will cover it. I need some time. Okay. Yeah. So team, where are we? So we are just discussing what is cloud and all team. So cloud is nothing but team the infrastructure. If it is on-premise, sorry, if it is infrastructure, see IaaS is nothing but infrastructure as a service thing. So let me show you team. Why people are moving to the Azure team, not AWS nowadays? Because Azure is 50% cheaper than AWS team. See SQL Server, Microsoft product, Azure also Microsoft product. So for them it is easy, like to give more discounting. Huh? So that's why uh, comparatively AWS, Azure is cheaper. Huh? If you know the Azure, okay, AWS, Google Cloud, Alibaba Cloud, all other clouds are easy for you. See, all clouds are same thing. All clouds are same, huh? But names are different. See here, I am calling in Azure, I am calling it as infrastructure as a service, but there I am calling it as EC2. huh? So here I am calling it as pass model. There I will call it as RDS. See, simple differences. The names are different. Huh? The internally how they will maintain and all everything is same. Okay, we will discuss, sir. We will discuss. Don't worry. So try to join every day. So I will make you master in cloud, sir. Yeah. So we are discussing like people are moving to the cloud. Obviously, yes. So in cloud, what are the models are there? That we need to know first. Huh? So in cloud, yeah. So so this is on-premise. On-premise means I told you, right? It's like a kind of own house. You have to maintain everything. Okay, something is not there. You have to go get it, install it. That's kind of on-premise. So Azure, it's not like that. Something not working, something not there. You can call to owner. He will take care of everything. You do your business. That's it. Okay. Yeah, you stay at home. So you do your whatever your personal work and all you can take care. So house related, house owner, he will take care. That's a kind of. So so from on-premise means here everything you have to manage. So if you go to the Azure, if you keep your if you keep your application or databases, you have three options in front of you, three models. You can keep either of the one model. So infrastructure as a service means here only infrastructure will be provided by the Microsoft. Only infrastructure. Services and all you have to take care. Platform as a service means along with infrastructure, services also they are maintaining. Remaining things you have to manage. Software as a service. Here everything is managed by Microsoft. See, managed by vendor. Everything managed by vendor. So here uh, you do not have nothing to learn in software as a service. Okay. So if you are a DBA guy or application guy or Windows guy, in front of you, two options to learn. Okay, one is infrastructure as a model, another one is platform as a service. You need to learn either of one or both. Okay, there is no software as a service team. So what kind of applications hosted on software as a service is Outlook. So Teams, Skype for business. See these kind of applications hosted on software as a service. Everything managed by Microsoft. If you have any issues, send an email. They will take care. Okay, that's a software as a service. In Azure, three models are there. In interview, if they ask you, hey, how many models are there in Azure? Yes, three models. Huh? But software as a service, nothing to learn. There is no jobs in software as a service. Everything managed by Microsoft. Okay, so you can learn only infrastructure and platform or both. Okay, so team. So here you don't need to remember all these things, team. Let me tell you simple difference between these two. What is the difference between in interviews if they ask you what is the difference between infrastructure as a service and platform as a service? If they ask you, say simple, here we have Windows, here we do not have Windows. Simple. Okay. So here you can log into the Windows team and you can see your server, services you can see, and you can install whatever if you want also. Because you have Windows, you can do RTP. RTP means MSTSC, Microsoft Terminal Connection, Remote Desktop. Okay, you can log in. That is infrastructure. Platform as a service. So you don't have Windows team. That means you cannot do RTP. So no IP, nothing here in pass model. You have a SQL server. See, this is a pass model server team. See, we don't have Windows access. See, team, they have Windows team in the backend. Without Windows, people can't keep anything. They have Windows team, but that Windows we cannot able to connect. Even you cannot able to see that Windows. In the background, it will run team. Okay, yeah. So simple team. What is the difference between these two means? What is your answer? Simple. Here we have a Windows. Here we do not have the Windows. Simple. Let me ask you a question. See, here we don't have Windows. Related to SQL Server, okay? Yes, you don't have Windows here. What are the operations you cannot perform in pass model team? Comparatively on-premise or IS model. See, without Windows, you cannot do these things. What are all those? Come on, related to SQL Server. You know, right?
Sir, we we
Hmm.
cannot use performance monitor to check the SQL Server performance in some areas.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Why? So for checking the performance, why you need performance monitor? Like performance counters are you don't need. I have DMVs, I can check it.
Okay, then second thing, sir, common language runtime CLR.
Okay. CLR, okay, yeah, that's right. But CLR, is it required to connect to the application and all?
Okay.
That's a question. So team, so if you have a Windows, I told you right, maintenance of Windows. What? Like patching. See, in pass model, you don't need to do the patches. See. In Windows, in infrastructure as a model, you have to do the patches. Okay. So here you have Windows SQL Server. So for Windows, you have to do the patches. SQL Server, you have to do the patches like on-premise. But in pass model, no Windows, no need to do the patches. Huh? SQL Server also we can keep. We don't need to do the patches also SQL Server. Okay. See, the work will be reduced in pass model. Huh? So even most of the Windows work will be gone in pass model. Okay, without Windows team also we can manage in pass model. See team? So this is how money is saving. Huh? Yeah. So team, here I have a question. See, we are not doing the patches even for SQL Server also because I don't have Windows, right? How I do the patch? Patches are important. So pass model, who will be doing the patches? Team?
Azure, I mean Microsoft itself.
Azure. Microsoft itself. See, Microsoft people, they take care of the patches team. Okay, you don't need to worry. Huh? See, if we are doing the patches, there are many mistakes we will do team because we are not experts in patches and all right. Huh? Patching itself it's a rare opportunity for people. Okay, so again, how we are experts on that. Huh? So yes, in past model, Microsoft people they are doing the patches. Happy, fine. So will they take any downtime or not for doing the patches?
Mm,
Come
Very
on,
minimum downtime. I
see
mean,
that's it.
most of the time they would not let it go down, but
See team,
in some areas it can.
yeah, see team, it's great advantage team. See in past model, they are doing the patches without taking any downtime. They are doing the patches. See, oh my God, in on-premise team, if you need to do the patches, you have to take the approval from all the people. You have to inform to all the people, hey man, our server is down Sunday from 7 to 7:30. Don't connect. Sorry for the inconvenience. See, like that, you have to send it to all people first. It's like, so even we used to get the emails also, right? SBI, ATM, not working, so and so date, time to so and so time. We are upgrading. Sorry for the inconvenience. Like that. It's our SMSs also. So, see in pass model, if you have your application or databases in pass model, you don't need to worry. They do the patches without downtime. Even you don't need to set it up always on kind of also. See why you need always on? Huh? If you are doing the patches, suppose patches it will take 1 hour, 1 hour downtime, right? 1 hour not agreeable. See, suppose Google, Flipkart, Amazon, suppose if they are down, like their application is down 1 hour, what will happen? They lose huh? crores of money, right? So, see, team, that's why always and all required, especially in on-premise and infrastructure as a service, because patches and all require downtime. But in pass model, no downtime. Your server always running 24/7. without any downtime. See, that's a great advantage thing in pass model.
Sir,
Huh?
one
Yeah,
question.
go ahead.
For the like for good patching, like you're saying they want let our server down, right? I
Hmm.
have a question like, do we need to put use some kind of redundancy option, like locally redundant or some kind of those options, or it will be a default that there would be no downtime?
That's a default thing. In pass model team, maybe nowhere written this. In pass model, every SQL server they will maintain three more instances in the backend. Okay, so that completely written. Huh? So that's why without downtime they are doing the patches. Okay, so they are maintaining the replicas like that. So without downtime, it is possible for them to do. See, there such kind of things you cannot manage. You cannot keep it. Huh? So in infrastructure as a service, because it required more cost, it required more money. Huh? Yeah. So we'll go in depth today. Don't worry. Huh? We have a time. Just for the day, just know what are the like know the basics. Huh? So why people are moving to
Rashekar,
the
these patches are will auto update or we have to inform the Microsoft team.
no, they auto updated.
Okay, that
Auto
means
updated.
the patch is more expensive compared with IS, right?
No, no. Huh?
Both are same
See, they
cost.
do bulkly, right? They do bulkly. Pass model is cheaper. I will show you that also. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, pass model. I have a question here. What is the version of SQL Server, sir, in pass model? If they are doing the patches always in the background, then what is the version of SQL Server, sir?
Sir,
Huh?
it would be always the latest version, I guess.
100% true. Okay. In pass model, SQL Server always maintain the highest version. Everyone, if everyone like if they are using pass model means everyone having the same version team in the world. Okay. So you cannot keep lower, higher, something you not possible to keep it in pass model. Everyone is having the same version team in the world. Platform as a service. Okay.
Uh,
See,
if suppose
see
application is
high
not
level.
supported, hello, Rashekar.
Ah,
Yeah, if
application
the
is are not supporting to higher version. That is the question,
then
right?
yeah.
See,
Yes, yes.
how many such kind of applications? If you have such kind of applications, legacy applications, be in infrastructure as a service. Okay. If you have such kind
Okay.
of application, be in
Mm-hmm.
infrastructure as a service. If you don't
Okay.
have the your application is not such kind of, be in platform as a service. See,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
because of that requirements, flavors comes. See, ice cream. I like chocolate. Huh? So my daughter like vanilla. Something, right? Different flavors can choose whatever they like. Here also we have different models according to your application, according to your need. You can go for that model. Okay? Yeah. So team, so in Azure, three models again. I'm saying again three models we have. In infrastructure means here we have Windows. Platform as a service means here we don't have Windows. So if you don't have Windows, few things you cannot perform related to SQL Server. What are all those patches? Patches we are not performing, and SQL Server always maintaining the highest version. And SQL Server services you cannot start and stop. In platform as a service, you cannot start or stop the services thing. That's the advantage actually. Huh? So services we cannot start and stop in here. If you don't want to SQL Server, just delete the server, entire server. Okay, yeah, that's a great advantage in platform as a service. Yeah. So team, okay, team. Somebody, I am getting some equity. I know. Okay, so let me mute all. I don't know where that option. Mute everybody. Yeah. So team, yeah. So platform as a service. Again, we have three models. Okay. Coming to the SQL Server, platform as a service. Again, they are showing three models. Okay. See here, single DB model, elastic pool model, manager instance. Okay. These three models. Do we have the Windows team? See, these are all very important fundamentals. Huh? Again, I am telling you, you have to learn must team. It's must to learn cloud team. Okay. So nowadays, without cloud experience, even resume also not getting shortlisted. Huh? So you have to learn team. That's a mandatory. So better to know the basics thing. Huh? I told you right. All the basics are same in Azure, AWS, Alibaba Cloud. Okay. So try to concentrate on 1.5 hour team. So that would really helpful for you. Huh? Yeah. So team, what I am saying in past model, again we have three models: single DB model, elastic pool model, and managed instance. These three models also we don't have windows. We cannot start and stop the services. No, we won't do the patches. SQL Server always maintain the highest version because these three models are past models. Huh? So now tip, if you want to keep your on-premise SQL Server or application, if you want to keep your if you want to keep your on-premise database in front of you, how many models are there? Tip? How many database models you have in front of you? Huh? Tell me, tip. How many? Infrastructure as a service is one model, and here three models. Total four models are there. In these four models, you can keep any model, your on-premise. Again, big confusion. Huh? So people thought cloud means only one model. No tip, four models. Okay. Infrastructure, and here three models. Total four. Four database models we have. Okay. Sitting in the diagram, I am showing only three models because single and elastic DB model. So here I'm showing right. Single and elastic DB both are same thing. I don't know why Microsoft showing both are different, but both are same except hardware difference thing. Huh? So single DB model and means state each database you can give your own like CPU and memory, and other database also you can give your its own CPU and memory. DB1 cannot utilize the DB2 CPU memory and it cannot utilize. So that model people call it as single DB model. Elastic pool model means you can give common hardware. This common hardware will be shared among the databases. That model people call it as elastic pool model. That's the only difference. If you hardware club together, you call it as elastic pool model. If you give individual, you call it as single DB model. Database side, everything is same. Okay, maybe little improvement you can see in performance wise. Okay, if you go to elastic. So team, here in the diagram, I am showing I am showing three models. So if you want to keep your on-premise to the Azure, you have three models are there. You can keep either the Azure SQL DB model or managed instance or IAS model. So depend on the target, depend on the model you choose. Migration is different, optimization is different, monitoring is different, maintenance is different, high availability disaster recovery features also different. Okay. See, on-premise to Azure SQL DB, how you migrate? Can I take the backup and restore in Azure SQL DB? No. Backup and restore won't work in Azure SQL DB. So you need to learn. Without backup and restore, how I migrate? That is the topic of Azure SQL DB topics. Okay. So on-premise to manage instance. Yes, you can do backup and restore. But we don't have drive here. Where you will keep the backup? Yeah. Why you need a drive to keep your backup file? I will keep in cloud storage or I will keep it in shared storage. I will restore in managed instance. Like that. So IAS on-premise, I told you, right? Like on-premise, IAS model, both having the Windows. Huh? So whatever roles and responsibilities here, same roles and responsibilities carried over to IAS model team. So IAS, if you are working in IAS model, don't say I am working on cloud. Okay, IAS is nothing but on-premise only. The only difference is here uh, servers are managed by your company. Here servers are managed by Microsoft. That's the only difference. For Windows team, it is different team. For SQL DBA team, both are same, on-premise, IaaS. Okay, yeah. So team, you have to learn these three models: how to migrate, how to monitor, how to maintenance. Huh? So that's a course topic we have. So I will tell you team, like which model we have to choose for our on-premise. We'll discuss, don't worry. Huh? So for these three models, how to migrate, how to optimize, how to monitoring, how to maintenance, how to set it up, the jobs, huh? How to set it up, high availability disaster recovery. Huh? So that and all, if I take it out the list, so there are 57 topics are there. These three, these 57 topics are related to Azure SQL DB managed instance IaaS model. Huh? These 57 topics are discussing in our course. Huh? Why I am giving topic wise tip? So people can also give like this thing, like the course content, but they don't cover all the topics. That's why I don't want to do like that. So I am giving the course content like this. So once the topic is over, I use it to mark it as yellow, so that you and me have a clarity what done, what is not done, so that you can also ask the doubts for any discussed topic also. Okay, so last batch done it. So that's why all are in yellow. Yeah. So once the topic is over, I use it to mark it as like this thing, so that you and me have a clarity. So entire our 3 weeks duration, we are discussing 57 topics. Okay. So yeah. So once the class is over, so the recording also, right? I will upload the recordings in the saved folder. You can also play again if you want to. Okay. So the material, the scripts, interview questions and answers, huh? Everything I will provide you tip. Okay. So about my experience tip. Huh? So I have huh? So 12 plus years of experience into the SQL DBA development, performance tuning, Azure. Okay, so automation. I started my career with TCS. Right now working for SCL. huh. So this is about my experience thing. And this in this COVID time also, like I wrote a book also, Azure SQL. So this book really helpful for you team. Okay, there are 210 real time scenario based questions we have, and we have questions and answers. This book helpful for you team to crack the interview and to go for any certification also. Okay, so this is about myself team, and this is about my course details also. And timings team, yes, timings every day same timing team, 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. every day. Huh? So other timings not possible team. So in such case, if timings are not set for you in the morning times, you can also take the videos. Huh? Complete videos you can take it, hmm, along with material and all. Okay. So this is the fee team. Yeah. So people who want to join, you can pay. You can pay today and you can join from the tomorrow onwards. Okay. I will give the new link also. Huh? So this training is completely hands-on practical training day. Okay, I have done hundreds of migrations till now. Huh? So even there are few things even Microsoft people also don't know. I mean, all people they don't get a chance to work on, right? But so we are discussing those as well. Okay, completely from basics to advanced. Huh? Yeah. So the only thing what you need to do every day you have to join it, so that you can ask the doubts. huh. Even if you miss 1 or 2 day also, like you can go through the recordings and be ready for the next day class. huh. I will also add you in WhatsApp group team. There also you can ask the any doubts and all. huh. So yeah, that's about the my course team and course content also I have given in the WhatsApp group as well. Yeah. So now if you have any questions, you can ask me. You can also take a photo tip because it's impossible to get back to all people who joined in this meeting. Yeah. So if you have any questions and all, you can also ping me on this WhatsApp. Yeah. Any questions, team, on the course content and anything?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, my question is that actually, since last 1.5 months, we are preparing for Azure admin. So,
Okay.
is this course would be helpful for us, or should I continue for admin?
Yeah. Actually, admin team means I don't know. I'm getting my voice back, team. Yeah. Thank you. So admin team is see, cloud is new team. People are calling different roles kind of. Azure admins team, they will take care not only SQL Server team, they will take care application related things also as a admin. Huh? So I don't know what role you are exactly looking. So if you are a SQL Server guy, huh? Whether you are a DBA guy, developer, or BI guy,
Hello.
okay,
No, sir.
it's
Sir,
easy
sir,
for you to
sir.
learn. Huh.
Actually, I'm not a SQL guy and not anything. Means I just started my career as a Azure admin. So I'm just
Okay,
learning those things since last 1.5 month I am learning these things. So I finished the AS and now I'm working on the PAS. And also I have found that yes, here the Azure SQL's DBA going on. So I thought, okay, let's join and check whether this will also helpful for to be a Azure admin or not. So according to you, what should we do? Like, should we continue Azure admin portion, or should we continue this Azure SQL DBA with together, like
okay,
together with Azure? Yeah,
yeah. See, I'm
AZ104
covering.
was the admin. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm covering only SQL part. Okay, I'm covering only SQL part. Okay,
Okay, sir.
not
Okay.
other areas. So this helpful for people. Can you mute yourself, please? Yeah. So this
Yes.
course is. Can you please mute? I'm
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
some ego. Yeah. So see, this course is helpful for the people who are in SQL Server, who want to their career to see in a database side. Okay, so database means back and right. You don't need to upgrade every time. Team. So for those, this course is helpful for you. Azure admin means not 100% covering here, only 50%. Okay, so this is not completely. So this is completely about the SQL Server. Huh? Azure admin related only 50%.
Okay. Means it means,
Yeah,
sir, if I will do this course, so this will helpful for me, but this will be helpful for only for 50%, right?
50% helpful, but remain like we are into more SQL Server. You don't need to know that much related to SQL Server if you are
Okay,
continuing your
okay.
career.
No, actually
Like
my target
you
is
can call me
first. Yeah,
one
my
second,
target
sir.
was, yeah.
Mhm.
Sir,
You can
actually I
call me.
unmuted. Yeah, I unmuted. I am just going to tell you something.
Hmm. Yeah, go ahead. So, team, this is a, I mean, people who are looking into the SQL Server side, for them only it is useful. Huh? So, for other people, it's not a helpful team. Huh? This is for only SQL Server guys. People
Sir,
are who want to settle in SQL Server side. Okay. Yeah. So he want
uh,
Azure admin. Azure admin means he don't need to know all in details, like how to migrate, how to performance tuning and all not required to him team as a Azure
sir,
admin. Yeah. Sir,
uh,
you can. Yeah.
hi, sir. Can I say something?
Yeah. Please.
Okay, so I mean, is this course is directly related to Azure Database Administrator DP 300 exam?
Yes. We are discussing more than DB300. Yes. We are covering
Okay,
DB300 and it's more than that also.
okay, but you will cover all the topics in DP 300 exam, right?
Yes. You can easily pass DB300. Once
Yeah,
after this course, you can easily pass DP300.
yeah,
Administering
that's
on
why
relational database. Yeah. Thank you,
thank you.
Ritik.
Thank
Yeah. Okay. So Sadanand, I'm new to SQL. Just now joined SQL DBA class. It's okay to be. Yes, sir. You can join to this course. 100% helpful for you this course. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rashikar,
Again.
Rashikar,
Yeah. Anand, go ahead.
uh, actually, after completion of these all sessions, can we keep this Azure experience in my resume? As well, we
Yes.
have
I
on-prem
can help you.
experience.
Yeah.
Yep,
Resume part also I can help you, sir.
yep.
Resume
Okay.
part also I
Okay.
can help you. Because you don't know, right, what topics you need to keep and all. I can help you.
Yes.
Don't worry. Hmm?
Okay. Thanks.
I will also take mock interviews also, how to answer to these questions and all. Anyway, while discussing the
you.
topics also, I will tell you what are the questions will come in interviews on that topic and all. Anyway, I am covering every day, but at the end also I will take the mock interview. Hmm?
Also, you will share this document enter the sessions, right?
Everything, yes. Hmm?
Yep.
I will also
Okay.
add you in WhatsApp group. There also you can ask the doubts. Anything
Okay.
related to SQL Server.
Next batch will
Yeah.
start which date? This batch.
So this batch started today, right? So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe December second week I may start second batch. Yeah.
Okay. This batch you can already continued, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Today onwards, yeah, this batch will continue. Tomorrow also I will take it. Yeah. So team, let's back to the discussion team. So let's make it what
One
today.
one more thing, one more thing, sir.
Yeah.
If anyone is working as a Azure DevOps engineer, so will this be helpful for them or not?
DevOps, yeah, DevOps. See, you don't need to know that much about SQL Server sir, here. As
Okay,
a
okay, sir.
DevOps engineer. Huh?
Yeah.
See,
And
I
sir,
also know DevOps.
yeah. Okay, okay, okay.
DevOps, Azure admin. I do all. But I got a like chance. Like, can you please mute yourself, sir? I'm getting echo from you. Hmm? So yeah. So I know, sir. I'm like I got a chance to work like that. Hmm? But we have our own DevOps team. We have our own DevOps team, Azure admin team, SQL DBA team, application team. We have all people are working on cloud only. See team, this is the portal. Okay, so portal.azure.com. So here in this portal, so you can create, see, application services you can create. People can create it, not we. DBA people can create databases. Huh? We are the part of the owners for this. Only we are owner to the SQL databases, sir, not application related. Okay, so this is the portal. See, we don't have Windows. Where you will install SQL Server? You don't need to install SQL Server, sir. If you want the database, just create it here. See, create the database. Huh? So just give the database name and server name. Give CPU memory how much and review and create. Even backups also you don't need to take, sir. Just here you need to give configure. They take the backup, full backup, differential backup, lag backup. They will take. And see, they will also keep it in geo redundant. That means they will keep in two locations. Suppose if you are taking in ESTS, they will also keep that backup in another location as well. Safe side. Huh? So see, simple tip to create this database, how much time it will take? 2 minutes. See, without installing SQL Server, you are able to create everything. Just create here and use it. That's it. Okay. So how to and all we will discuss team. How to create this portal also we will discuss. Huh? So people who want to practice, again team, please mute yourself, please. Huh? People who want to practice, you need to take the free subscription team, portal.azure.com. Okay. So just give your personal details like your name, phone number, email ID, and if you have a credit card or debit card details. See, in India, it is supporting only credit card. So you need to give credit card details. Why credit card details? To verify. Okay. So every person, they are giving only one free account. So for verification purpose, okay, we need to give credit card. You don't need to worry whether like we have given the credit card, they will take the money. No tip. They don't take any money. Okay. For verification purpose, they will charge you 2 rupees. That 2 rupees also they will credit back. Huh? So 1 month you can use this free subscription. Okay, you can create anything. After 1 month, okay, you cannot create anything. That means they will disable the subscription. Okay. So if you want, you can upgrade also. If you want to further, if you want to continue, you can upgrade. If you upgrade team, charge starts. Okay. If you don't upgrade, they don't charge you any money. Huh? We will discuss that. Don't worry. How to create a subscription and all. I will show
Sir,
you tomorrow.
sir, can you tell me one thing? Like, what is demand of this Azure SQL DBA in the market, and how much minimum salary package people expect after having 2 3 year experience?
Yeah. See, sir, minimum you can expect experience into 3. Hmm? Experience into 3 you can expect. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Sir,
team,
sir, what is demand of this Azure SQL DBA in the market, and also what is minimum package people can expect after having 3 year experience? This is my question.
see 3 into 3 minimum 10. Sir, I will tell you all those personal questions, sir. Okay. These are all more related to your like personal. So yeah. So here this course is for useful for the people who are in already in SQL Server. Okay. So they know the all these questions for answers. If you are really interested to learn SQL Server, then I can help you. Huh? So see, sir, demand and all, sir. Huh?
Okay,
Yes,
sir. Okay.
demand is
Yeah.
demand obviously there. That's why, see, till now I have completed 72 batches. Okay, so without demanding, even I cannot run the um, batches also, right? So demand, huge demand for the cloud team. Next 2 3 years, all applications now they are in pipeline team to move to the cloud. Next 2 3 years, all projects are in cloud only. Okay, huge demand for the cloud team. Huh? So machine learning cloud. Okay,
Yes,
huge
sir.
demand
Yes,
in
sir.
this.
Yes, sir. Got.
Hmm? Yeah. So in Azure, okay, you can learn anything. DevOps also we have huge demand. Azure admin also we have huge demand. SQL Server also we have huge demand. Okay. Yeah. But in DevOps, Azure admin, you have to upgrade every time team. So we SQL guys, we don't need to upgrade team. One time learning for us. Huh? Once we learn, so till end, I mean, we will do the same work kind of only. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Hi,
Okay.
Raj. One doubt here. There is any
Yes.
security risk for providing the credit card details to this website?
No. Nothing, sir.
No.
If they take you any
Okay.
money, I will refund you.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Security type any risk? There is no risk.
No. No. No, sir. No
Okay, okay,
security.
okay, 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 okay.
100% safe.
Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you.
See, yeah. According to the RBI rules, uh, now team, they cannot take the money from the credit card. Not possible to take the money credit card. See, even here, even if after upgrading also, they will charge. So after upgrade, after 1 month of upgrade, you need to pay. They cannot take the money team directly. Even though after
Oh,
upgrading, they cannot take the money directly from your credit card. You have to pay manually.
oh, okay. There
Invoices
is
you have
any?
to pay manually.
Yeah, yeah, I got it. There is
It's
any?
RBI rule. Mm.
Oh, okay, okay. Do you have any idea how much charge for the upgrade? Any matlab, lump sum idea how they charge for
Simple,
it?
sir. Yeah, yeah. Suppose, see, sir, that I am covering now. That I am covering now. How much they will charge for each? That I
Okay,
am covering. See, sir.
okay, okay, okay. Okay, thanks, thanks, thanks.
So in on-premise, sir, so how much they will charge, sir, minimum? Huh? So suppose team, if you have a 2 GB database in on-premise, if you have a 2 GB database in on-premise, if you are maintaining that server, for 2 GB database maintenance, what you need? You need Windows license, you need SQL Server license, you need disks, you need CPU, you need memory. See, so minimum you have to pay 5 lakhs rupees per month. Where? In on-premise. In on-premise, you have to pay minimum 5 lakhs rupees per month. But same database, if it is in PaaS model, in Azure SQL DB, same database, how much you need to pay per month? Only 360 rupees. See, sir, 5 lakhs rupees to 360 rupees. Say, huge money saving if you keep it in Azure SQL DB. Huh? 360 rupees. Huh? So same database 2 GB. Suppose if you keep it in managed instance, how much you need to pay per month? Just 7,000 only. Huh? Same database if you keep it in IAS model, how much you can pay? You need to pay 2 lakhs rupees per month. Say, see if here cost is very less. That means performance wise, it's not bad team. Performance wise also well and good. Okay, you have more benefits also. For cheaper price, more benefits. Okay, yeah, yeah. So team, so now tell me if you want to go to the cloud, huh? What is your first preference team? Which model you preferred first? Forget it about which application you have and all. Forget it about. So if you want to go to the cloud, which model you preferred first team?
Sir, I would prefer managed instance.
Azure SQL DB I prefer. Because cheaper, right? Why people are moving to the cloud? To save the cost. Where they can save the money? Azure SQL DB.
Okay.
Azure SQL DB prefer, right? They
I
can save a
was
lot.
saying managed instance because I can get the benefit of clouds as well as
Uh,
I will be knowing more about the cloud, and as far as like slowly if I made progress in the cloud, then I will shift to Azure SQL DB.
yeah. So why you need to go manage instance directly? You can directly go to Azure SQL DB, right? Just assess your on-premise. Just run migration assistant tool on this database. It will tell you which model is best. See team, if you are going to the Azure SQL DB, see my mind, sir. uh, we should keep in our mind that our first preference is Azure SQL DB. Why Azure SQL DB? Why client is decided to go to the cloud? To save the cost, right? Where you can save more money? Obviously, Azure SQL DB. See, you are forgetting their requirement. Their requirement is why they are moving to the cloud to save the cost. Where they can save the money? Azure SQL DB. Okay, Azure SQL DB should be in first preference. First, try to check if everything is working fine in Azure SQL DB, go to Azure SQL DB. If not working, go to managed instance. Okay, yeah, managed instance also not working, go for IAS model. Okay,
Hi Raj,
so let me tell you
this is Avinash.
one second. So why Azure SQL DB doesn't support for few applications, we will discuss now. Huh? Obviously, my preference is Azure SQL DB, sir. But Azure SQL DB, I may not go because of my application, because of my databases, some constraints I have. What are all those constraints? Let's discuss. See, sir, the preference obviously first Azure SQL DB. Why most of the some of the applications won't work because of what reason? The primary reason. What is that primary reason? Is here Azure SQL DB. The limitation is cross queries won't work. What won't work? Cross queries. See, this is a kind of cross query. See, I am running in master database. I am getting the data. See, if I run in another database, okay. See, I am getting the data. So this is 2012 SQL Server on-premise. See, I am getting the data, sir. I am in any database. I am getting the data. See, because there is a reference, right? Yes or no? See, if you run the same kind of query in Azure, huh? If you have a table here, and if you run from here, you won't get the data. It will throw an error. This kind of queries won't work in Azure SQL. Like that, you will get an error. Okay. See, other cross query, another cross query. If you have a tables joined between the databases like this, even though two databases are in same instance, if you join the tables like this, won't work because cross query. One table is in one database, another table is in another database. See, if we have this kind of code in your application, in your stored procedures, in your triggers, functions, views, these kind of codes if we have, then Azure SQL DB not the best model. you need to go to manage instance. Okay. So team, what is the biggest limitation in Azure SQL DB? Cross queries. If you don't have cross queries among the databases, or you have only single database, you can go to Azure SQL DB. Huh? So in Azure SQL DB, few of them also not there. What are all those? See sir, this is Azure SQL DB. I don't have SQL agent. That's okay. SQL agent, without SQL agent, can't I run my application? I can run. Huh? Without SQL agent, I can run my application. Huh? Yes, I need some DB maintenance, rebuild, reorganize, update statistics. I need to do every week. That's okay. I will do it my Windows. Huh? Through task scheduler, I will automate it. Okay. Huh? Or I will use Elastic Jobs. What I will use? I will use Elastic Jobs, which is more powerful than SQL agent jobs. Huh? Or I will use runbooks. Or I will use, if I have any on-premise SQL server, there also I will create to linked server to Azure SQL DB. I will run the jobs. Or I will also use Windows Scheduler. Okay. We have alternatives team, but cross queries I don't have an alternative here. Huh? There is an alternative. You can create an external table and you can fulfill, but external table not that much fast comparatively like local table. Okay. So yeah, and see system databases. I can only see one database. See master database. I cannot see other databases. Model, MSDB, TemplDB. Huh? So TemplDB not there. Can I create temporary tables? Yes, you can create, sir. Sir, it's not showing. They won't show in front end, sir, but in the back end we have, sir. Okay. If you want to be prove, I can prove it. dbcc sql perf. What is this command, sir? dbcc sql perf to know the log file sizes, right? See, you have TempoDB. Okay. Temporary tables and all you can create, but you cannot manage, sir. You cannot maintain. Huh? What is the version of SQL Server, sir? Here, I told you, right? Always maintain the highest version. See here, Microsoft Azure 12.0. 12.0 means it's not like 2012, 13, sorry, 2012, 16, 17, 18, not like that. Okay, this is Azure version 12.0. So right now everyone is having the same version in the world. This is the version. Maybe tomorrow different version. Nobody will check the version thing. Why they need to check the version? If it is always upgrading itself, you don't need to check the version thing. Okay. Yeah. So that's the about the Azure SQL DB. So in most of the in which scenario people not possible to go to Azure SQL DBs if they have a cross queries. If they don't have a cross queries, just migrate their databases to Azure. They can run the application. Okay. Yes, here also I have SQL agent. I don't have DB mail. I don't have liquid server. That's okay. I have alternatives. Huh? So only I will look, only people what they look, application, application requirements they look into. Huh? Not DBA's requirement. Okay. Yeah. Next. Huh? So suppose if you have a cross queries, you can go to the manager instance. Manager instance you can pay some more money, like 70,000 minimum per month. Okay. Here you have everything related to SQL Server. You have system databases, you have SQL agent, you have DB mail, you have linked server, everything, sir. Like on-premise SQL server, what you have, everything you have here, except Windows. Okay, except Windows. Huh? So you can go to like you can people can say lift and shift. Huh? Lift and shift is nothing but whatever the database is here as it is, you can keep it here, and you can run your application. So that we can call it as lift and shift. They don't need to change any code. They don't need any change. They don't, sorry, application side, they don't need to change any code, sir. Huh? We can do lift, shift, and you can use the application, lift and shift. Okay, IAS model also. IAS model also everything it will work. But why people are not? I mean, some of the applications won't work in managed instance. Also, what kind of applications won't work in managed instance? Can you guess? Huh? So in the beginning of the class, somebody already answered. See, some of the applications are applications. See, in the world, there are people still using SQL Server 2000. Okay, so people still using SQL Server 2000, sir. Huh? So why people are using still SQL Server 2000, sir? Huh? Why they are using means if they upgrade that application won't work. That's why people are still using SQL Server 2000, 2000, 2005. You know, there are applications, okay, will work only on, uh, will work only on, sorry team, 1 second. Yeah. So managed instance in which scenario doesn't support it? If your application is legacy application. Legacy application means that application only work in so and so model. If you upgrade, that won't work. So such kind of applications you can go for IAS model. So in IAS model it's your wish. You can also keep 2012, 14, 16, 19, you can keep it. You don't need to do the batches thing like legacy applications, right? You should not do. So on such cases you can go to IAS model. Okay, so like that we have three models team in Azure. So depend on which model you choose, sorry, any model you can choose, but you can check your on-premise which model it suits for which. See all models, see all on-premises supports IAS team. That doesn't mean all will go to IAS model, no team. But they will also check this so that you can save more money, right? Yes or no? Azure SQL DB managed instance IAS. Huh? Yeah. Suppose team here is some questions you may people might ask, right? Like managers, especially. See, there is a question in interview question recently asked. See, there are two databases in one server, server A, having two databases, DBA1 and DBA2. Okay, suppose two databases. My application using these two databases, sir. But I want to go to the Azure. But the thing is, after checking these two databases, there are some cross queries between the databases. Huh? So some queries using tables of both the databases. There is a join. Huh? I have some cross queries. See, if I don't have cross queries, I can directly migrate it to these databases to one server, Azure SQL Server. Okay, I can connect to I can point to the application to the Azure SQL DB databases. It will work 100%, no doubt at all. Suppose I have a cross queries. If I migrate also because of cross queries, it won't work. Okay, so that query won't work, sir. Remaining queries and all it will work, but that query won't work. You will get an error. But what you can suggest, being a DB guy, hey sir, we'll go to manager instance because cross queries it won't work. But managers are tough guys, right? Hey Raj, if we go to manager instance, more money we have to pay. Is there any way? Still, we can go to Azure SQL DB so that we can save the money. Huh? Tell me, Tim, any solution you can tell? Any any changes you can do and you can still go to Azure SQL DB? Can you tell me? Can you like any architectural changes you can suggest here? Huh? Tell me, Tim. Here, my boss wants to go to Azure SQL DB only because suppose we don't have that much budget and all. Suppose maybe. Huh? So is there any way still we can go to? But I'm saying managed instance is best because cross queries. But is there any way to go to Azure SQL? Come on, team. See, many real-time scenarios we are covering in this course, team. Huh? See, simple team. You don't need to be technical to answer these questions, sir. Very simple. These two databases you can merge into one database. Okay. Whatever the data tables, everything you can keep in this database. And here, whatever are there, you can keep it here. Suppose you cannot keep it in one database, you can also create separate schema also inside. Huh? So whatever the data tables and all, you can keep in this schema. Here you can keep in this schema, separate schema. Suppose employee table. Huh? So here you need to merge into employee one single table, right? Here structure is different, here structure is different. Suppose you cannot merge. So in such case, you can create separate schema also. Here you can keep employee table its own schema. Here also you can keep employee table its own schema. Between the schema, cross queries it will work in Azure SQL. Huh? Like that also you can do some architectural changes. Huh? Test your application. If everything is working fine in 360 degrees, everything is working fine, then plan to go to Azure SQL. There are still chances are there, sir. Okay? There are still chances are there. Huh? To go to Azure SQL. See, my application is very complex. These changes, really tough. That's okay, leave it. You can go to manage instance. Huh? You can go to manage instance. Yeah. So like that, sir. For everything we have a solution team. The only thing is some pros and cons, everything. Okay. Yeah. So team, I want to ask another question. See, Azure SQL DB, how much DB size, how much it supports team? Any guesses? Azure SQL DB, how much I can able to keep the size? Any guesses? Huh? Azure SQL DB, it supports 100 terabyte. Sir, each DB you can keep 100 terabyte also. Oh my God, 100 terabyte OLTP database. Huh? So no database is 100 terabytes are in real time. Huh? But managed instance, sir, managed instance is a somewhat size limit. Okay, here managed instance maximum size 16 terabyte only, 16 TB. That to each instance. Okay, in one instance, all database sizes should not exceed the 16 terabyte. But in Azure SQL DB, each database you can keep 100 terabyte also. In one server, you can keep any number of databases. I think up to 5,000 databases we can keep in one instance. Each database you can keep 100 terabyte also in Azure SQL DB. But managed instance only 16 terabyte. The two all database sizes should not exceed 16 terabyte. IAS model is on-premise. So even you can also keep 500 terabyte also. Database size. Okay, that's the size limitation. Yeah. Any questions here? Huh? So you have a little
Yeah.
idea, right? In which scenario you need to go to Azure SQL DB? In which scenario you need to go to managed instance? In which scenario you need to go to IAS model? You have some idea. Okay.
Yeah,
So Azure SQL DB,
Raj,
sir.
I have a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So when you said there will be some issues when we migrate if we have
Uh,
cross queries, right? So is
uh.
there any chance that DMA, when we run this database migration instance, will it show in that report, or we need to find out it manually?
Sorry, sir. I didn't concentrate on your question. Sorry. Can you come again?
Okay. Yeah. So when we are migrating this scenario, right? When you said like there
Yes.
will be a cross queries, and we need
Yeah.
to migrate to Azure.
Yes.
Before doing that, we'll get a chance to run this database migration assistant, right? So will that
Yes.
assistant DMA shows this issue? Will it populate in that report, or we need to find it out manually?
Yes. Yes. It will populate, sir. Huh? Migration
Okay.
assistant tool. So yeah, you can open. Huh? There you have like source type and
Mm-hmm.
destination type. If you choose Azure SQL DB, Azure SQL DB related test cases will run on your on-premise.
Okay. And
So
coming to
huh?
one more question for this.
Yeah.
So when you said you are supporting for Azure SQL DB mostly in any kind of
Huh.
situations,
No,
in
no, no, no,
terms
no.
of
I can support any model, sir. I can support any
I mean,
model.
yeah, but based on requirement of the application, they will concentrate on the cost, right? But I have a scenario like, I have 40 TB of database where it is only maintaining OLAP data, like for reporting purpose. In that kind of
Okay.
scenario, like which is the best DB single, model you can suggest? This
Obviously, Azure
is the new
SQL DB.
question.
Azure SQL
For
DB.
40
Obviously.
TB OLAP database.
Yes, sir. 40 terabyte, right? Azure SQL
Yeah.
DB. Obviously, I
Okay.
prefer Azure SQL DB, sir. No doubt at all.
So it will be the same for both OLAP and OLTP databases, like
Yes,
same kind
yes,
of performance will be there. You mean to say?
yes, yes. See, if you want to more performance, what you can do more, you can scale up. Like you can give more hardware,
Oh, okay,
huh? Just like
got it,
on-premise.
got it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. See, sir, I am also a on-premise DBA once upon a time. Like I know the people's requirement. Huh? I know the application people's requirement. Okay. So I'm not only I know only Azure. No. Huh? I know SQL Server, DBA, development, performance tuning, everything in and out. Huh? So I have done migrations as well. Huh? So many migrations. So so like huh?
Yeah, it's new for me, so I'm asking to you.
Yeah, yeah. So see, if I know on-premise, I know Azure. Okay, I know the benefits of Azure. Okay, I know the benefits of Azure. That's why people are moving to the cloud team. People who don't know the Azure, the managers and all, they have little not confident on cloud team. Okay, because we already migrated, we ran
Okay.
applications, we have seen issues, so we are confident about on cloud and all. Okay, even I used to support even like um, as a consultant work also I have done for many companies as well. Yeah. So I used to give support for migration and monitoring maintenance also for cloud databases. Yeah, we have saved a lot of money team. Even after moving to the cloud also you can save a lot of money team. After moving to the cloud, see moving to the cloud one time, right? One time saving. After moving to the cloud also you can save a lot of money team. How? Huh? So let me tell you a few. Uh, See, sir, suppose a requirement, your graph. See, you have a graph, sir, in Azure. Huh? Database graphs you have. Suppose your database graph is every day like this. Suppose. Huh? So every day, 80% daytime, 80%, and night time only maybe 10% every day like this. Suppose your graph every day like this, sir. Because night time there is no usage. See, sir, in such case, what you can do? So daytime you can give suppose maybe 8 CPUs you allocated. Okay, 8 CPUs daytime, and night time you can give only 2 CPUs. Night time you can create a job. You can create a job, huh? And you can assign like this 9 p.m. Yes, you can run the job and you can keep it in 2 CPUs. This way also you can save the money. Daytime more price, that's fine. Nighttime low price. See, that way also. See, for scaling from 8 CPUs to 2 CPUs to 8 CPU, if you are doing right, your application won't face any downtime. See, if it is on-premise IaaS model, you need to restart the Windows for scaling up, scaling down. But here you don't need to. See, so many benefits. And there is a serverless model, sir. If you don't use the database will go to the pass. See here, if the database going to the pass, if it went to the pass tip, they don't charge us. See the database. Huh? So here, see sir, if very less number of people, it will use only single, one CPU or 2, 4, like that. If more people, more CPUs it will use. When less people, it will use only 2 CPUs. Let's assume for only 2 CPUs only they will charge us. They don't charge for all the CPUs. No. See that kind of benefits we have. See whatever you eat, you can pay to that only thing. If you are in on-premise, it's not like that, right? Huh? Sometimes it hit, sometimes it won't hit. It won't hit. But you have to keep, sir. So you have to avoid that hit, right? Okay, you have to give more, but that more cannot utilize every day, every time. Why? Unnecessarily hardware wasting in on-premise. Okay, but here it's not like
From
that. Huh?
which tool we are getting these stats, like it's a Azure tool or how it is?
No tool, nothing, sir. Huh? You have a database, you can see the graph directly and you can decide. See, this is a database. See, this is a test database,
Okay.
sir. It's not showing the graph, 0% only. Here it will show the graph.
Okay.
Okay,
So
based
don't
on the
we?
graph, you can adjust the hardware.
Okay.
Last 7 days, how you are. See, sir, you see in on-premise, you don't have this kind of graphs. Yes or no? See, for graphs and all, again, you have to pay for the third-party tools. See, here is very less price, and they are also giving, see, this kind of things. Huh? See, sir, other benefits also, let me tell you. See, for intelligent performance. Huh? So here, problematic queries it will show. Problematic queries, recommendations also it will show. Those recommendations automatically applied in automatic tuning if you make it up. See, that so many benefits. Thing. The only thing is you need to know all these things. That will take care automatically. Like whatever the issues, automatically it will take care. Huh? Yeah. So the backups also, team. I told you, right? See, for this database, like suppose production database, suppose you need to take the backups, obviously. For monitoring the backups, for monitoring the services, team required, 24/7 team required. Yes or no? Suddenly service is down. You are only working in day shifts. What will happen to you? Huh? One of the application team, our my project, one of the application that is in on-premise thing. Yesterday some outage down. Huh? So I worked till 11:30 because that is in on-premise. But in Azure you don't have such issues. Servers never ever going to down. You don't need to work any night shifts also. Like it depend on project team, depend on the application. Huh? I used to give support to multiple application team. Yeah, few are in on-premise, few are in Azure, few are in managed. Okay. Yeah. So people who are completely working on pass model team, their life is happy. Okay. You don't need to work like so I mean you can work only in one shifts. Huh? Yeah. Any questions, Steve? So many advantages thing. We will yeah. So just 2 hours of time not sufficient to discuss all. So at least few of them I am covering. Huh? Yeah, without going to in detail. Huh? Yeah. So we have reservations. Reservation means like if you use the database 1 year or 3 years, they will give some discount. Huh? Just like in supermarket, if you have card, right, they will give some discount. Here also, team, if you use pass, I mean here, if you go to the Azure, if you use any model, sir, 1 year if you are using, they will give the discount. Reservations, people call it as. Suppose if you are going on premise to the Azure, you have licenses, Windows license and SQL license. You already paid for the licenses. If you have a license, they will give the discount also. That is another discount you are eligible for. So that we call it as hybrid yeah, hybrid so some word in reservations and Azure hybrid benefit, people call it as Azure hybrid benefit. See, so you can save a lot of money even after moving to the cloud also. Okay, yeah. And the team, suppose non-production databases, Friday you can drop all non-production databases, you can drop on Friday. Saturday, Sunday, nobody will use it. Suppose you can drop on Friday. Monday, you can restore it again from the production. See, Saturday, Sunday, you can completely save the money. Non-production. Production, anyway, people will use 24/7. So, yeah, non-production side, you can save the money like that also. Dropping all databases and restore it back. Huh? So, there are many real-time scenarios are there to save the cost and all day. Huh? Yeah. Okay, so that's it, team, for the day. So yeah, today's recording I will provide you in WhatsApp group day. Thanks for joining. If you have any questions and all, you can ping me in WhatsApp. Team. Huh? Yeah. So this is my WhatsApp number, and if you have any questions and all also, you can ask me. Team. Sorry for if I am not answering the questions. Team. Yeah, you can also reach me on this. Huh? Thank you, team. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks,
Huh?
Rashekar. Thanks very much.
Thank you, team. Thanks for joining this early
Yeah,
morning.
thank you. Yeah.
So please always keep supporting me, team. You can also find some videos. Even team, if you search Azure SQL DB, you will get my videos will be on top. Team. Huh? So that much famous our training is there. Huh? Yeah. So team, thank you, team. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for giving us a chance to learn all these things.
Thank you, Anna.